See if I can show you guys the shirt. Oh, there's the bump. Winnie, I smell a child. What's up everyone, Erica here, and I'm back today with another video for you. Welcome to my channel, friends. If this is by chance the first time you are clicking on one of my videos, then welcome to you. If this is not the first time you're clicking on my channel and I'm just seeing you back for another visit, then welcome to you too. Either way, I'm so happy to have you here for today's video. And today's video is going to be a really special one. Today I'm going to be going over all things pregnancy for my first trimester for Baby DeOcampo number 2. That's right, my husband and I are expecting our second baby. Over on Instagram, I shared with you all that I wanted to be better at documenting my pregnancy this time around. My YouTube channel was kind of like in limbo when I was pregnant with Juliana. My laptop actually got stolen when I was pregnant with her. We had somebody break into our house and they stole my laptop. So my YouTube channel was like halted in the middle of my pregnancy. So my YouTube channel completely, like, I hit the brakes on it. Well, the thief hit the brakes on my YouTube channel because I couldn't edit videos. I wasn't able to document my pregnancy as much as I wanted to, so I'm not missing the opportunity again, and I thought now would be a great time to fill you in on my first trimester now that I'm just getting out of it. I'm currently 4 months. I'm in my second trimester. I am 17 weeks along as of October 12th, and yeah, I'm just trucking along, so I kind of wanted to update you guys and answer some of your questions. So as I mentioned, I did ask you guys over on Instagram if you had any questions for me pertaining to the pregnancy, and you guys really did not disappoint. So if you submitted a question for me, thank you so much. I feel like it sounds silly to say thank you, but you guys are engaging with me and that really matters a lot to me. So if you sent me a question on Instagram, thank you. I love you. So one of the first questions is, how did I find out I was pregnant? JD and I, my husband and I, were trying. My husband and I have known that we wanted to start trying for baby number 2 for a while now. The timing wasn't perfect, and I know that it never is. I know that that's something a lot of people say, you know, you're never ready. There's never a perfect time. But, you know, we had different things going on in our lives, and just some uncertainty that we weren't like super let's bring a child into the world at this very moment, when there was a lot of just uncertainty going on. So we did come to a time that we thought was perfect for our family, and so we were trying. Fortunately for us, we did get pregnant, or I got pregnant with this baby very quickly. As did I with Juliana. We are very fortunate when it comes to that. It isn't lost on us that we're fortunate. This is the second time that this has happened where I took a test thinking like, I wonder if I'm pregnant, because not even for my period being late or anything, my body was just being a little bit weird, and the test was negative. So I didn't think anything of it. I remember the day exactly. It was July 15th. It was a Friday. I went to a Shein pop-up here in San Diego, like the Shein store, and my stomach was like turning on me, and I was in a really long line, and I'm like, what's going on? I haven't really eaten anything to make my stomach feel weird. So I got home that day and I took a test and it was positive. When I got pregnant with Juliana, we had just come home from Disney World, and JD was with me, and he was like, you know, you should take a test because I think you're pregnant. So he was with me when I took the test when we were pregnant with Juliana. This time I had an opportunity to surprise him, and I did. And I'm really excited that I got that on camera, and I'm gonna be sharing. I got some people's reactions on camera, so I will be sharing those like in a group video very soon. It was hard to not be obvious, so I couldn't get everyone's reactions on camera, even though I would have loved to. But yeah, I came home. Juliana was still asleep. JD thought I was in here getting ready because we were gonna go out to dinner that night with our friends. And the test was positive and I was crying, and like, I just kept it a secret. I didn't tell him, and yeah, that's how I found out. I just had a weird feeling. My stomach was being super weird at the little Shein pop-up thing, and so I took a test. And the test was positive, and here we are. Do you have any morning sickness? So I did. So one of the questions that I have in here is, how is this pregnancy different than when I was pregnant with Juliana? And I'm gonna kind of just go through that as I'm answering the questions, like when it pertains to it. So one of the questions was, do I have any morning sickness? And yes, I absolutely did. That is something that I did not have with Juliana. I will just tell you guys, like, blanket statement, this pregnancy has been so much more challenging and just putting my body through the ringer. I am older, okay? I'm 4 years older this time around. I'm 33, so maybe that has something to do with it as well. But yes, I did have morning sickness. I did not have that with Juliana. My mom told me that when she was pregnant with me, she had morning sickness and she would make herself throw up in the shower every morning, and that would help her feel better. For me, I threw up a handful of times and it did help. Like, once I threw up, it made me feel better, but I never got, like, I wouldn't always get to throwing up. I just stayed in that awful, like, limbo phase of just feeling nauseous all day. I projectile vomited in and out, and if you know, like, if you're from California, that's like against our religion, okay? In-N-Out is sacred. We love In-N-Out. So for the baby to, like, literally reject and project In-N-Out, I was like, what's wrong with me? Coffee was grossing me out. You guys have to know that about me by now. Coffee is like one of my only vices. I have to have coffee every day. And yes, if those of you out there that, like, don't have kids, or, you know, during your pregnancy, or you do and during your pregnancy you stopped caffeine, good for you. I tried that with Juliana and my body went into complete shock. So my doctor said, you know what, you're harming your body by denying yourself caffeine than you are just having 1 cup. So I still have coffee during this pregnancy, just like I did with Juliana. So I'm still drinking coffee, but it was making me want to vomit, you guys. Like, anything milky was grossing me out. So yeah, I was trying those, like, preggy pops, anything I could. It was like, smells made me gross out. It just, everything. I was super sensitive. I was that super extra dramatic, like, pregnant girl. And I didn't want to be like that. I didn't want to be dramatic and demanding and stuff like that. But I definitely felt super sick in the first trimester. I'm very grateful to not have that now. That's pretty much gone. Another question you guys had was any new or weird cravings, and cravings with this baby versus when I was pregnant with Juliana. So something super funny, I would say my #1 craving with Juliana was orange juice. I know how random and weird that is. I'm so out of breath, I'm sorry. I could chug a huge glass like this of orange juice. I would bring it with me on my car ride to work, and I'd finish it like a block down the road from my house. It was the only thing that would quench my thirst, and I would, like, the moment I would finish it, I would be ready for the next morning. Like, I was ready for the next day because, you know, with all the sugar in it, I didn't want to have so much of it. But orange juice was my main craving in pregnancy with Juliana. This time around, I really want apple juice. I don't know what it is with the fruit juices. I don't know, you guys, but the little, like, Martinelli glass, you know, little, like, things, I can finish one in like 3 sips. I mean, I want apple juice all the time. There was a point where water was even grossing me out, like the flavor of water. I did not want to drink water. Food wise, I guess the best way to put it is I do feel very, like, unsatisfied when it comes to food during this pregnancy, or drinks. Like, I'll be so thirsty, but I don't want anything. I don't want apple juice. I don't want water. I don't want a soda. I don't want a sparkling water. Like, I I know I'm thirsty for something, but I don't know what it is. Or I'm starving for something, but I don't know what I want to eat. It's been a very, very abrupt change in my appetite. Overall, I'm not really a big snacker. I eat lunch and I eat dinner and I'm good. I don't really munch throughout the day. That has changed a lot. So in the beginning, I feel like I was hardly eating at all. Everything was grossing me out. Things that I loved, like Chick-fil-A, sounded terrible. Chick-fil-A, okay? I was like, no, thank you. That sounds terrible. I was just eating a lot of like breads, like croissants and stuff like that, pretty bland. Then I had super bad bloating. So I was feeling very full all the time without actually eating. So I was in a lot of discomfort. As you can probably see, or what I showed you, I'm showing a lot earlier this time around as well. But even before I think I was showing, I just looked pregnant because of how bloated I was. And it was so uncomfortable. But my body is just being so different this time around. So, and then the really annoying part was I would be so hungry, like starving. Like I'm gonna kill somebody if I don't eat within the next 5 minutes. And then I eat and then I get full really fast, like instantly, okay? I'm super full, like 3 bites in, fine. An hour later, I'm back to the same, like starving, a couple of bites. But I'm telling you guys this because that is horrible for Invisalign. I can only have my aligners out for 2 hours of the day. So me being hungry every hour was not gonna work. So that's been a struggle. It's something that I wanted to talk about because I don't know, I feel like people don't think about that, like Invisalign with being pregnant. It's been hard with like the nausea. It's also gross, like having to take my aligners out and brush my teeth when I already had like such a high gag reflex in the beginning months. It's been a challenge, okay? I'm not trying to sit here and complain because I know how fortunate I am to be pregnant and blessed with our second child. Believe me, I promise you guys, I'm not trying to sound ungrateful. I just want to be as honest with you guys as I can be. Also for this baby to like watch this video later on down the road and be like, man, I really put my mom through it. So anyway, that kind of goes on. Now I feel like my appetite is pretty good. I'm kind of going back to normal, eating like meals instead of, you know, being super hungry, then not eating, then being super hungry. I'm kind of getting back to that and eating bigger portions. That way I'm not getting hungry as fast. Any weird cravings? So yes, it's funny because I can't really say that there's one specific one other than the apple juice, but I will get a very strong craving for something. So one of the weirder ones for me was a carne asada torta. Being Mexican and being in San Diego, we eat a lot of Mexican food and it's not my favorite. Mexican food is like not my #1 favorite. We eat it so much. My husband would have it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner if he could. So I'm kind of like tapped out with it. So for me, it was weird that I wanted that because I almost like never want carne asada, let alone like a torta. If I'm having carne asada, I'd rather have like a taco, you know? So I thought that was super weird. What's something you know you need for baby #2? Sarah asked me this and I feel like it's a trap. Like she wants me to put it out on the internet so that she can buy it or something. Is that what you're doing, Sarah? What's something you know you need for baby #2? I don't know. I will say this time around, I'm feeling a lot more chill with what, like, getting the crib and getting this. Like I just feel a little more at ease with that because I know that the baby will be fine. Like as long as we have diapers, or you know, I am planning on nursing again this time around, so you know, all God willing, like I can still do it. So the baby will be fed and it'll have diapers and it'll be warm in our home. Like that's all I can really ask for. Yeah, and I guess a lot of it will have to do if and when we find out the gender. That is pretty much, you know, a lot of my friends, a lot of you guys on Instagram sent in multiple questions, and if you sent 2, one of them had something to do with the gender. I guess I should just tell you guys, I don't know the gender. I'm filming this video on Friday, October 14th. We do not know the gender as of now. We could know the gender, but I've said no to finding out. I really wanted to keep it a surprise up until I go into labor. My reasoning for that is, and like I know that I don't need a reason, right? But I feel like in life there's so few grand surprises like this, so why not? Like it's so fun. And as I was mentioning earlier, we have everything we need. I don't need a pink bassinet. I don't need a blue onesie. To me, so what if the baby wears white onesies for a week or two? Like, I'm okay with that. Or, you know, a coming home outfit, I'll buy one, you know, with bows on it and one, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it's not the end of the world for me to buy something pink or something blue. It doesn't matter to me. So I think that that would be so incredible to find out there. But my husband is super against it, you guys. There's a lot of things, a lot of factors to it. We did tell Juliana. Juliana knows that she's becoming a big sister. If you guys saw our little announcement on Instagram, we got her big sister pair of Mickey ears. She's very excited, and she's so excited, you guys. Like, I can't tell you how excited she is. Every day she brings up the baby. You know, things she's gonna teach the baby. You're gonna what?
I'm gonna teach the baby how to color in the lines.
You're gonna teach the baby how to color in the lines?
Like this.
She asks me, like, when I'm eating food, she asks me, like, does the baby like that? Or does the baby not like that? Or you need to drink water because the baby needs it? Or, you know, just things that she's very aware of me being pregnant. And I don't know how much she understands, but just know she's very excited. Anyway, the reason I bring that up is because after we told her, she went to school and she told, you know, her teachers and her friends at school. And the next day I see her teachers and they're like, oh my God, you're having a girl? And I'm like, no, we don't know yet. And they're like, oh, well, Juliana's telling everybody that you're having a girl. So that's one of the main reasons we also want to find out, because I don't want it to be one of those, you know, TikTok videos that if I have a boy and I bring a boy home and Juliana's like, I didn't want a brother. I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna hold out. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. You guys will have to let me know. If your moms, if any of you guys waited, I don't know. I'm an easy egg to crack, apparently. Everyone wants me to find out. I think like one of my friends wants me to wait, and I'm cracking under pressure, you guys. So anyway, all that to say, I've been asked, do I think it's a boy or a girl? Now look, I know that every pregnancy is different. I know that, okay? I'm literally living it. I hear it all the time. I have so many friends that had completely different pregnancies and had 2 girls, or had a different pregnancy each time and has 2 girls and 1 boy. I mean, every pregnancy is different. So I don't really know. I feel like, to me, I don't have a strong feeling. I want to say it's a boy, but you know, with Juliana, I thought she was a boy too, and I was dead wrong, obviously. Oh, somebody wrote, no questions, just love that you're doing this, since not doing more pics and documenting is my biggest regret. Yes, I loved being pregnant with Juliana. This time I'm enjoying it a little less. I hate saying that, but it's been a lot harder this time around, like I said. But I felt, I don't know, there's something just incredible about being a woman and creating a life. Like, I hope that doesn't come off like weird or something like that, but it is incredible what the body can do. And it's not like lost on me that my body is going through all of this, because it's changing to make a safe space for my baby. And I can't, like, I was gonna say I can't complain about it, yet here I am complaining. No, I'm telling you guys the truth and the way that I'm feeling, but I know that I'm literally like making a miracle. Like, there's a miracle inside of me right now. Like, it's insane. It's crazy. If I think about it too hard, I will literally start crying just thinking about it, because it's magic. It's actually magic. So yes, I'm excited to document it more this time around. Hopefully, I'm really hoping to stay on top of it. This one says, congratulations, are you hoping for a boy or a girl? So of course, I just want a healthy baby. I really just want a healthy baby. That is, that's what I want. And I know everybody says that, but it's because it's true. It's because it's true. I would love a boy. I would really love a boy. But I would love a girl. I would love being a girl mom, and I would love Juliana having a little sister, but I also think that she would be an incredible big sister to a little brother as well. But of course, a part of me wants a boy, so we can have one of each. So we can have our little boy and our little girl. But I will, honest to God, be happy with either. I really will. Nursery theme ideas. So this hasn't changed. Before Juliana was born and when I was thinking she was going to be a boy, I had more nursery theme ideas for a boy than I did for a girl. And even now, Juliana's room is very plain. I wanted it to be very subtle and very clean, but it's weird because for a boy, I had really tacky, loud nursery themes. So when I was pregnant with Juliana, I was gonna do Peter Pan for a boy's theme. That's what I always envisioned doing. The Lost Boys, like adventure, just really like just so much. Like there's the Mermaid Lagoon and rainbows and clouds, which you guys know like I love, pirate ships, and there's just so much. There's so much. But I've kind of wavered from that, and if we were to keep it a secret, I was leaning towards doing either Harry Potter or Encanto. Those are the two nursery themes that I'm really like have my heart set on. But again, I don't know if that's something that I will go so hard on before the baby gets here, because the baby will be in our room for the first like 6 months, I think. So I'm not really the type to, like, of course I want the room to be ready with like a crib and like we're cleaning the carpets and everything like that. But as far as like getting the nursery done, that's not my top priority. I hope that makes sense. But Encanto and Harry Potter are like the front runners right now. Are you gonna find out the gender of the baby or wait for the surprise? Yeah, so I kind of went over that. Honestly, you guys, I feel like I'm gonna crack. Yeah, I don't know. I think by the time you guys watch this, we'll know the gender. Maybe. Strongest pregnancy symptom. Okay, well, I already have a very strong sense of smell. It's a curse. It's not a blessing. It is absolutely a curse. I hate it. So being pregnant has been just super fun with that. Currently, now that I'm in my second trimester, the worst symptom so far has been the headaches. I'm getting very, very intense pregnancy migraines, and they are crippling. They are horrible, and I'm already pretty prone to migraines. It's not something that's new to me. When they're so bad and you can't really take anything, that's been rough. What was Juju's reaction? So I did kind of tell you guys she's super excited, but we did get her reaction on camera. So again, I'm gonna try to get that video up soon for you guys. She was a little like, I think now she's way more excited, but in the video, I think she kind of like didn't really know what was going on. So first thing you purchased for baby. This is super random. Well, maybe not, but I saw this car magnet. It's designed to look like the Disneyland marquee, like the vintage one that says Disneyland, but it says kids in car. Kids, multiple, because I can't have baby on board anymore. I've got 2. So that was the first thing I bought, but technically that's for the car, and the car is mine. So let me go ahead and show you guys the first thing I purchased for the baby. So the first thing I bought for the baby is this. Well, this is one of 2. These swaddle blankets, like the linen blankets. This one is super cute. It's up inspired. I of course went with gender neutral. I just thought this one was so beautiful. It says adventure is out there. It's like those muslin blankets. The actual blanket itself is like blue and white, so it looks like clouds in the background. But they've got these super cute illustrations of Russell and Carl and the house and Kevin and Doug, and I just think it's so cute. And I did buy another one. The other one I bought is a Mickey balloon print, and it's just so beautiful. Like they're I can open it, let's see. So that's it there. It's got a bunch of beautiful different colors, but they're Mickey balloons. Can you guys see that? I just thought this was so cute, and I would love this regardless of whether we had a boy or a girl. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I know the gender neutral, a lot of people are like, it's so boring, but there's so much now. Like, it's just, I don't know. It doesn't bother me. How were you able to keep this miracle a secret from your friends for so long? I know. Nicole is asking me that, and Nicole is one of my closest friends, and I was so excited to tell her. I was so excited to tell everybody, but it was hard. It was so hard, you guys. I talked to a lot of my friends on this app called Marco Polo, and it's video messaging, and I would find myself like tripping up a lot. So I tried to stay off as much as I could, and it was very hard. It was very difficult to keep my mouth shut about it, if you will. How am I feeling pregnant with a toddler? So that is a challenge. That is absolutely a challenge. As I mentioned, this pregnancy, I'm having a lot more of like a harder time physically. I am experiencing a lot more cramping during this pregnancy. I do remember with Juliana, I cramped in the beginning and it kind of tailed off. This pregnancy, I'm experiencing it a lot more. I currently have something called placenta previa. And if you're not familiar with what that is, pretty much my placenta is like covering the cervix. Pretty much what it means is if it's still in the same position when I reach 36 weeks, I will be scheduled for a C-section. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I don't know if it has anything to do with the cramping. I'm in communication with my OBG and the nurse practitioner and everything seems to be fine. I did have Juliana a month early. She was due on July 10th. And I had her June 13th. So because I was early with her, they do have me being seen every 2 weeks right now to make sure that this baby, if this baby comes early, like everything is looking good leading up. I don't want to belittle it and say it's nothing serious, but I know that nothing is wrong, so to speak, right now. But you know, if you have an extra prayer, please send it to me and my little teeny tiny baby in here. I would really appreciate it. With that, circling back to the question, because I'm in a lot more like physical pain this time around, it is hard. You know, if I have a migraine, I don't want to be on the floor rolling around playing with Juliana. I can't stand when she's playing like loud toys and I have a really bad headache, or I'm having this cramping and she wants to play a game on the floor. Like it's been hard. I'm very, very fortunate that my daughter is so smart and I feel like she can understand me. When I tell her like, this is hurting me, mommy, because of the baby, I can't sit. She is definitely way more understanding, but I also am trying not to like take advantage of that. Like she's also 4 and she wants her mom to play with her. So I'm having a hard time finding the line there, but I do know that I have to take care of myself to make sure that everything is good with baby. So it has been a bit of a struggle, that's for sure. Oh my God, somebody wrote pregnancy craving mukbang. Now there's an idea. There is an idea. Let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see that happen, because I will totally make that happen. Did Saria know before JD? This one made me die laughing. I actually sent that to Saria and we were cracking up. So no, I did tell JD, but I told him on Sunday night and I found out on Friday. So keeping that a secret from him for 2 days was so hard, you guys. It was so hard. But I took even longer to tell Saria because I had to like mail her something and I had to get her to film it and everything. So like it was a challenge. That was really hard. Not telling Saria, but you guys won't have to see that. My mom wrote, what is the gender? Okay, mom. You're gonna find out on my YouTube video. Totally. On the little post that I wrote on Instagram, for you guys to ask me questions, I wrote like, baby's the size of a pomegranate, like ask me some questions. And Jocelyn wrote, do you even like pomegranates? So I do, actually. I really like pomegranates. Do I have any pregnancy must-haves? No. I guess the short answer to that is no. I don't have anything specific for pregnancy. I have been kind of going back and forth between my regular pillows and my pregnancy pillow, because once my stomach has gotten a little bit bigger, it's nice to have that support like underneath. Oh my gosh, maternity pants. I'm so embarrassed and shocked how quickly I needed to get into my maternity clothes this time around. I'm telling you guys though, it did have a lot to do with the bloating and the way my body was just kind of going through it in the beginning. But I did buy myself a couple of like maternity leggings, and I did bust out my maternity pants because at work, when I was hiding it from my coworkers, I couldn't have my pants unbuckled every day. Like, not cute. One of the last questions was, in what ways are you documenting this pregnancy? So I do want to do updates for every trimester that I'm in. This is kind of like rounding out my first. I will go over my second, and I will go over my third. I would like to have more videos on my channel regarding this pregnancy and keeping you guys in the loop. That is something that I am so grateful for, or so excited about this time around. Like, the friendships and the relationships that I've made with not only my friends that you guys all know here in the community, but you guys watching this. I feel like I've connected with so many more people this time around than I did with my pregnancy with Juliana. I did have a YouTube channel back then, but it was not the community that I have now. And I'm so grateful, you guys. It sounds so silly. The amount of love that you guys have showed me, or it's just insane. It's overwhelming. A lot of you I haven't met before. Maybe I haven't even spoken to you like in person or had that many conversations with you on Instagram, but you all, like, so many of you reached out to me and sent me messages of like congratulations and being so happy for me and excited for me on Instagram. And some of my friends didn't even do that. Like, I love this community that like we've built, and like these friendships and these relationships, and I want to keep you guys updated because you guys are a part of my life too, you know? I obviously choose to share my life with you on Instagram, here on YouTube, and I don't want to assume you guys are so invested in my life, but when I make a friend in the community and we keep up through social media, I become invested in their life. I want to know what's going on with them. So I would like to keep you guys in the loop as well. So documenting this pregnancy to me means not only like keeping you guys up to date, but having this on my YouTube channel where it can live forever, and I can share what I'm going through. I can share, you know, exciting things with you guys. I can share, you know, nursery ideas and gender reveals or baby shower. Like, I don't know. The sky's the limit, I guess. But I want to have more to look back on because this time goes by so fast. I know it. I know it's going to go by so fast. I remember being pregnant with Juliana, and it was such a happy time in my life. There's just so much to look forward to. It's just something so happy and so, it's such a blessing. It really is. I can't wait to meet this baby. I will say that that's something different this time around. You know, the first time I was so excited to be pregnant and enjoy the pregnancy, and now I just want this baby. I just want the baby here. I don't need to, you know, do like all the bump pictures and stuff like that. Like, I just want the baby here. I'm so excited to meet this baby. I'm so excited to see their little personality grow. Of course, to see Juliana as a big sister, to see how we figure out life as a family of 4. It's just like a very happy time, and I'm very optimistic. I'm just really excited. It is very overwhelming. I don't think anybody asked this, but my official due date is actually Saria's birthday. I am due March 22nd. The chances of the baby coming on that day are very slim, but it's still super cool. Super, super cool. I'm gonna quit talking now. I've done my fair share of crying. I answered all your guys' questions. If you guys have any more for me, this is so fun. I can't wait to do it again at the end of this trimester. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. It means everything to me. I will most likely be having a baby shower, and if I could, I would invite all of you guys. Just thank you. Thank you for being here for me and for being excited for my family and I, and your prayers and your thoughts and your excitement and your joy for us. It's just, I felt it. I absolutely felt it. Thank you guys. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go inhale a Twix, a salted caramel Twix, because I can do that because I'm pregnant. I had macaroni and cheese yesterday at 10 o'clock, and you know what? I can because I'm pregnant. That is going to do it for my first trimester roundup and answering your guys' questions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, finding out a little bit more about Baby DeOcampo number 2. For now, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video, and I hope to see you back again for the next one. Bye. Maternity pants. Necessity number 1. There it is. Big old belly.